This is Increlution. I think that's how you say it. This is an incremental survival upgrade game, which is very interesting indeed. I'm Orbital Potato. Let's jump into things and see what we have got going on. Now, the premise is overwhelmingly simple. We have got three things up in this bar up at the top. We have got how long this generation has lived, we have got current and maximum HP, and we have got health decay rate. Now, if this reaches 0, it's game over. We don't want that to happen. So we're going to try and do as much stuff as we can to stop it from happening, such as gathering berries, cutting wood, and undertaking construction and exploration. Now, for example, we can start gathering berries pretty much immediately. Berries are going to be collected in our inventory, but as the game is running, you can see that our health is starting to decay. And also, our health decay rate is increasing. So we need to be super aware of the fact that our death is only going to become quicker and quicker and quicker over the course of time. However, as I gather berries, occasionally we will eat one, and we will replenish a little bit of HP, which is quite nice. We've maxed out the number of berries that we can store in our inventory. Let's move on over to cutting wood. We can also queue up construction as well, or queue up jobs and construction, I should say. The wooden cart over here is going to take 10 wood to build, so it would make sense to queue that up after we have finished accumulating 10 wood. And this is going to allow us to increase our inventory capacity by 5, so pretty darned good to get, because it means that we can store more berries and more wood. We basically always want to try and have berries in supply so that we can constantly use them. We can also see this up here, the maximum amount of health that the current food in your inventory is able to recover per second. Total food reserves, 30. So we just need to bear in mind that as soon as we hit the threshold, we will use one of these berries. That's completely fine, and hopefully we'll be able to stick around about 100 HP, at least for the sort of early stages of the game. But again, that's going to become more and more challenging as we go. Let's queue up some additional berry gathering after we finish up with this wooden cart. We should have plenty of resources needed to make this happen. And whilst that is all happening, I should talk about my skills up at the top here. So, we've got farming, woodcutting, construction, and agility. All of these skills can be improved. There's 2 levels that they can be improved by. There is generation, and there is instinct. Don't worry about that too much right now, but basically think of it as 2 sort of like little experience meters. They both multiply together to give us this total number, which will allow the speed to be increased by this amount. So the more berries we gather, the bigger our farming speed is going to be. That's kind of how we need to think about it. Right, let's get some more wood, and then let's probably start the process of building a wooden hut. So a wooden hut is going to allow us to lower health decay by 50%, but does not prevent it from going up again. It's going to cost me 20 wood, but thankfully, we can part build the wooden hut, so we don't have to have 20 wood in our stockpile at any given time, which is nice. And as long as I say, we've got a couple of berries, that is looking good. Health meter is hovering around 100%, which is good, is as good as we can possibly ask for. Now, the only thing that we haven't done yet is exploration. There are just some bushes and trees around, but perhaps there are some more nearby intriguing things. Yes, let's queue that up so we can cut wood, finish off this wooden hut, do a little bit of exploration, maybe queue up some additional berry gathering and see where that takes us. Almost done with the exploration here. Just a few more seconds remaining. We've kind of taken a little bit of a hit whilst our berries are out, but that's okay. I mean, we can replenish our HP, hopefully, at a fairly decent rate, so I'm not too worried about that. Either way, the exploration ended up working out. After exploring the area, you found a lake. There appears to be some fish in it. Perhaps you can catch some. So what have we unlocked? We've unlocked catch fish and build a campfire. So presumably catch fish and cook on the campfire. That is something that we should be able to do. We are not quite finished with the wooden hut yet, so I'm actually going to finish up the wooden hut. We only need, I was going to say, we need 5 more bits of wood for the wooden hut, and then we're going to need another 5 for the campfire. So let's grab that whilst we can. And there we go. Wooden hut is built, which has halved our current decay rate, which is really good. Campfire, apparently we've run out of wood, so let's collect 2 more bits of wood just whilst I can. And then let's maybe see if we can try and catch some fish and see what that enables for us. Move on over to build the campfire. Forget about the cutting wood. We don't need to worry about that. Let's go and see if we can try and cut some fish. Oh, we've unlocked a brand new skill, which is pretty nice. Catch fish, good, and we've also got the ability to cook fish. Okay, cooks 1 fish per completion, plus 20 health when eaten. The gathering berries only gives us 5, which I think I noted earlier. Right, how many fish do we want before we start cooking them? Let's start, honestly. Let's start. Nice, look at that. Look at that. That's looking great. I think we want to catch a few more fish, and then we'll cook them. I hope that we should have enough time to get this all done. We have another explore objective, by the way. There's a cave near the lake. Okay, let's fill up on fish, let's cook the fish, and then let's go caving, I think. Alright, we got a little bit of cooked fish. We got 7 cooked fish. Let's see if we can try and explore the cave and see what is in the cave. See if it's going to give us access to any new bits and bobs. Alrighty, we're done with caving. What did we get? Okay, the cave appears to consist mostly of stone. That's probably useful for construction. Sadly, there seems to be a rather big spider at the other side of the cave, preventing us from exiting. I don't think I would like to do that quite yet. Health will decrease even faster if we do. Let's see if we can try and maybe dig some stone. How many cooked fish do we have? We got a few raw fish. That's fine. Okay, stop catching fish. Cook some fish, and then let's see if we can try and get ourselves a stone hut. That's going to lower health decay. Okay, I like it. Completes every 10 seconds. Fine. So stone collecting is going to be an even more in-demand skill. Fine. Collect some berries so that we have a little bit of additional food stuff. Then we will cut some wood. Don't need to cut wood. I will need to cut wood, but that's fine. Do the stone cutting and then do the wood cutting. That's great. Right, things are starting to look pretty ropey, not gonna lie. Having to catch some emergency fish and sort of cook them manually in order to try and get into a slightly better health position. The stone hut is going to cost me 50 wood and 20 stone. Now, I've only been able to accumulate 10 stone and 8 wood because I'm trying to build this stone cart. It's feeling borderline. It's feeling borderline terminal, I'm afraid. Our health decay is quite problematic. I can still like throw in a few more sort of actions here. Let's clear the action queue. Because, frankly, I don't need to worry about it. If I can get back to 90 or so HP, that would be great. I need to cook fish. I need to cook fish right now. Yeah, unfortunately, I think what we're probably going to have to do is just catch fish and cook fish until we die. Because I don't think there's any other option. I mean, we can catch the occasional berry. That might be decent. Catch some berries. I mean, we do gather berries really, really quickly because of this farming bonus. But the problem is, of course, that we can only use a berry every, however often it is, 5 seconds. So that's going to limit our effectiveness substantially of the berries, but it's at least good to do. There is no chance that we can fight the cave spider. Like, literally 0 chance. Cook a fish quickly. 1 or 2 more points. Yeah, it's over. It's over for us. The good news is that even though it's not quite over yet, we're still improving all of our skills. So, here's the thing. As we die, we're going to reincarnate, and instinct levels persist. So that is the blue line at the bottom here. That will persist throughout different generations. As I say, skill instincts. So we're still going to be slightly better at farming, or we're going to be slightly better at woodcutting, etc. Ooh, look at this. We can unlock some automations as well. Complete this action 200 times to unlock automation. I'm very interested in all of this. So in order to auto-job berries, we need 103 more berry collections. Auto-explore, okay, that's fine. Let's reincarnate and see what ends up happening. I also should say, because we lasted through 7 minutes 17 and 11 minutes, I don't know, I think these are just arbitrary sort of time metrics, we were actually able to increase our max HP by 2. Which definitely makes an impact. But either way, let's get back to roughly to where we were and see what we can do from there. So I didn't actually discover anything new on that run. Sort of went for about 12 minutes or so. Thought I'd just bash through it. But I did unlock the auto job of gathering berries, which is kind of cool. We'll leave that on regular priority. When you run out of items that the job awards, when the queue is empty, when there is still room. Okay, that is cool. Let's reincarnate and see what we've got going on. Look at that. What do you know? We are now auto gathering berries. Very cool indeed. Right, let's get everything else sorted, and we can toggle that on and off as we like. Obviously, got a few more sort of upgrades, and I say upgrades, I mean a few more instinct levels, which is kind of nice. Hopefully, we'll be able to get a little bit further this time. We'll have to wait and see. We also got a little bit of additional HP. We survived over the sort of 11-minute 30 mark, which is quite nice, which means that we're up to a grand total of 104. Right, we've just explored, or we're just about to finish exploring the cave. I want to do an experiment. I think we want to catch 3, maybe, in fact, let's call it an even 5. Let's catch an even 5 fish, then we're going to cook an even 5 fish. We're going to then collect a few berries up to the max cap, and then we're going to try and fight this cave spider. I have absolutely no idea if we're going to be able to make it happen, but I'm kind of curious to see if we are going to be able to. I mean, it's going to decrease our health by a lot. You know what? Let's do 6. 6 fish. Do run berries just so that we can have a few more berries right now. Then we do some cooked fish. Yep. And then we're going to fight this cave spider after we've got 6 fish. 6 whole fish cooked in the inventory. Then it's going to be time to attack the cave spider. Okay, fish converted. Let's freaking go. It's time to fight the cave spider. And that is some real rates of sort of atrophy here. I mean, we need to get through a whole minute of this. We've only used a few of our cooked fish, but my goodness gracious me, that is quite the speed that things are decreasing at. We don't necessarily have to do this all at once. We can dip out and go and collect some more fish. I'm going to feel pretty embarrassed about the whole thing, but, you know, if needs must, then I suppose needs must. And I do indeed think that needs are going to must. We're only going to need, like, a few additional fish. Oh, it's so close, though. It's so close. Yeah, we only need a few additional fish, but man, that is annoying. I think, what, we try with 4 fish, maybe? Yeah, let's get 4 fish. We're going to have to get back up to a reasonable level of HP before we even attempt it, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, then maybe come back for a few more fish, and then try again with a cave spider. Okay, for all the glory, after we cook these fish, let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Let's see our health just drain away. But we only need to survive for another single 5-second block. Oh, it's close. But this is going to be the furthest we get. We did it. We absolutely did it. How long is it going to take to explore the cave here? Quite a long time, but I would really like to see if we can try and attempt it. Okay, get done with a few more fish, a few more berries, and then let's go and explore this. Let's go and explore this cave. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. I believe. And the cave is officially explored. Amazing. What did we unlock? You made it to the other side. It looks like there are apples hanging from the trees. Apples. And it's my farming skill. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, it's going to give us plus 35 HP when we eat an apple. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Look at that. So it utilizes the farming skill, so it's modified by the berry collection rate. Ooh, interesting to note. We can no longer pick berries. That's a problem. How long is it going to take us to cross the lake, which is the next objective here? A while, by the looks of things. Okay. Yeah, so no ability to access berries. That's fine. We're also going to need to build a bridge, and building a bridge is going to be somewhat of a challenging endeavor, as we're going to need 60 wood, 20 stone. Oof. That is going to be rough. That is going to be really, really rough. But the great news is that these apples are sickeningly good. 35 HP. It's better than even the fish, to be honest. Because the fish is 2 actions. And it's not modified by farming, it's modified by its own sort of fishing. by its own fishing thing. So that's fine. How many apples do I want before I have a crack at building this bridge? 60 wood. 60 wood. It's quite a lot. Okay, do some fish cooking. There we go. Some fish cooking. That's good. And then we'll see if we can try and get some wood. I mean, even if we were able to grab the stone hut, that would be pretty great. But unfortunately, I don't even think we can get the stone cart, to be honest. I mean, we are digging stone now. We're maxed out on wood. The bridge requires 60 wood, 20 stone. I also don't have any apples in my inventory, so that is going to really suck to get that done. But you know what? We'll do what we need to do. We'll keep trying, that's for sure. Man, these apples are just so good. They're just keeping me, like, right... They're right above where we need to be. It's really good. We actually produce them a heck of a lot faster than anything else. I mean, look at that. We are staying ahead of the curve. Look, admittedly, it's not very much ahead of the curve, but we only need to survive until, what is it, 1433 in order to progress to the next level of HP, which is quite nice. Maybe we want to do some fishing again when we have a few more apples. We're kind of in that sort of like last minute death spiral where we just need to try and be as productive as we can with our last moments. Probably just want to do a little bit of additional sort of crafting. I mean, even building the additional cart. I mean, we can try building the carts. Try building the stone carts. Problem is that we just don't have enough. We just don't have enough time to do it. We just don't have enough time to do it before we inevitably start running out of food. Okay, well, you know what? Let's just pick apples until we die so that we can get the extra farming bonus, and then let's loop back around and see where that nets us. Honestly, not bad, all things considered. Managed to survive just about to 16 minutes here. Pretty darned good. Did we unlock auto-jobbing for anything else? I don't think we did, unfortunately. Not to matter. It doesn't, in fact, it doesn't matter at all because we did a whole bunch of improvements on farming. I mean, look at that. 1.15 all the way up to 1.5, plus a bunch of 3 additional HP. That is the longest that's the longest that we've ever survived for, which is not too bad at all. And it's going to allow us to make a pretty spectacular head start on our farming. We're going to be able to max out our berries very, very quickly within the first 15 seconds. And then we'll sort of see where this run takes us, I suppose. So this is the really nice thing about automation. We're actually just fishing and about to cook stuff, but look at that. As soon as we ran out of berries, it's going to I didn't even touch it. It's going to sort of add itself to the action queue right up at the top there, which is great. And as soon as we top it out, boom, we're immediately back to cooking fish. So we're going to be able to nab all of the cooked fish, or all of the fish anyway. I'm thinking before we go and fight the cave spider, I'm going to try and get the stone hut. I think that's what I want to try and do. I've got cook fish, cook wood, and dig stone sort of all ready to go. So this is going to allow us to just have as big a runway as we possibly can in order to get this done. But basically, this is what I want to do. So we do cut wood. That's going to take me up to 15. Cut stone is going to take me up to 15 as well. Then we'll have to start the process of assembling this. Then we'll have to go back to cutting wood. Then we'll go and cut stone, and then we'll do stone hut again, I think. Yeah, and then of course there's going to be some berry interruptions over the course of time, but that's fine. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. Definitely, I think getting the stone hut built before we fight the cave spider is a good plan, because of course it's going to reduce the amount of health decay that we have, and you know, +5 health decay is going to be rough whether we do it now or whether we do it after we get done fighting the spider. But I think this is probably just, you know, for the best. We've used a bit of cooked fish, but that's okay. That's to be anticipated as we progress through this action queue over here. So this plan really isn't working out spectacularly. I'm about 2/3 of the way through the the stone hut. I have all the stone needed to complete it. It's just the wood, but the unfortunate reality is we now just do not have enough fish. We don't have enough firepower. We just don't have enough. We don't have enough. So I think we need to... Oh, nice. The auto job on the wood. I think we need to... Ooh, we can auto construct the wooden cart after we get done with this, and we can almost get done with that as well. Yeah, we really probably need to be prioritizing getting through the spider. Yeah, I think we need to get through the spider. We need to ignore... We absolutely just need to ignore that the stone hut until after we get done with the spider. Okay, let's try that this time. Right, my rate of atrophy isn't too bad. It's just about 1, which is fine. We're okay with that. I'm just finishing up cooking all of these fish. I've collected the maximum number of raw fish. We're now going to turn them into cooked fish. Hopefully we don't use any before we actually begin our cave fight. But that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to try and beat this cave spider. Oh, I can already taste those sweet, sweet, sweet apples. Oh, amazing. We're out. We did it. Cool. That's nice. Well, not actually. We're not actually out. We are almost out, which is fine. Let's do the cave exploration. We'll get that done. I don't think there's going to be any issues with that. We've got one more cooked fish in the bank, which is nice. The real question is, what comes next? Do I want to go after that stone hut? I think I do. I think I really, really do. Especially given that we've got all of the apples that we could possibly want in the world. I think we'll explore the cave exit. We'll maybe see if we can try and do fish cooking so that we have a good sort of like basis for what we're doing. And then I think we want to be moving on to building this stone hut. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Either that or maybe the stone cart. Like, we've got a decent number of resources towards it, and it would allow me to store up more stuff over the course of time. Let's get some apples done before we do anything else. Yeah, because I want to make sure that since we can't have access to the berries anymore, I don't want to be using the fish. The fish is a complicated thing in order to do. So let's collect up 15 apples or so, again, sort of using our farming skills. Then we'll finish up catching the fish. Then we'll finish up cooking the fish. And then yeah, I guess stone cart. I've not built the stone cart yet, so I should at least do it, right? Yeah, so queue up digging stone. Queue up stone cart. But the stone cart just seems like such a waste of time. Let's try for the stone hut. Let's try for the stone hut. No, you know what? Let's try for the stone cart. Let's try for the stone cart. And that should be what we need. Oh yeah, we need to do a little bit more wood chopping and then back to the stone cart. If we can get through all of that without losing all of our HP, amazing. I somehow suspect that we might not, however. I think we're actually going to do it. I think we're going to make the stone cart. Don't get me wrong, I don't think there's going to be much else that we can possibly do. After the stone cart is done, we're going to need to pretty much immediately pivot back. I mean, it's already in our queue. We're pretty much going to immediately need to pivot back to apples. And our rate of health decay is probably too much, I would imagine, to overcome this this amount that we're getting through apples. But frankly, not too bad. Not too bad at all for a decent run, I think. Definitely seems to be key getting here. Getting the apples. That is a big win, even though it does take sort of extra time to collect them relative to the berries. Seems pretty darn good. Stone Hut is definitely sort of just outside of my grasp, but it's so tantalizingly close, I can feel it. But it is a tremendously large number of resources. And that is it. However, we did manage to get 4 additional HP. Pretty darn good. We've got the auto-construct on the wooden cart now, which is pretty darn good too. Halfway to the auto-cook of the catching fish, halfway to the auto-cook of the cooking fish. Dig stone still a wee bit of a ways away, but that is fine. I think we're going to wrap it up for there. Right here for now, ladies and gents. This game has got a lot of potential. Whilst this has all been sort of going on I have been sort of digging around Steam, and yeah, we are like a fraction of a way through like the first section of this game. So if you'd like to see more, let me know in the comments. But also, you know, if you want to grab the game, give it a whirl, see how you manage in this incremental idle game. Let me know in the comments below how long it takes you to get to sort of what milestone, and if you'd recommend the game to others. Yeah, let me know down in the comments. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching, folks. I've been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.